I'll take your calls on it as well. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is back in the news. She cannot. There's not a day that she can go without making some statement that is, it's outrageous in some cases. And
you could say stupid and idiotic.
I don't know. Is she stupid and idiotic, or is she just?
No, her statements are.
Yeah, but is she just a manipulator? Maybe she's a master manipulator.
Oh, she's definitely a master manipulator. The entire Democrat Party is manipulating the American people. And you know what? Even the media, all of the media.
Oh, gosh. Yes.
Including Fox News I was listening to this morning.
Fox is,
they're all just passing along this stupidity.
Well, did Fox cover this Antifa? Not much.
Well, yeah. Well, I know Tucker Carlson did.
Tucker did, but
yeah.
other than that, I mean, Tucker and Hannity did.
Yeah.
What their opinion shows. The news media there at Fox, though, the ones that are really supposed to be doing news, whatever. We don't talk about that. Anybody, but AOC says illegals have to drink toilet water.
I got something to say about that.
Yeah, we'll discuss that next hour.
Because I was forced to drink toilet water as well.
It's not toilet water, though. It's potable.
I'll explain.
I know. American pride is at 45%, according to a new poll. 2 days before Independence Day. But I mean, I don't know where the poll. I mean, we'll get into where the poll came from and dig a little deeper. But right now, there's a poll out there that says American pride is at 45%.
Well, I'm proud to be an American.
Trump is so ugly. Oh my God. No, I'm very proud to be an American. In fact, look at my T-shirt, my new T-shirt.
Nice. Oh, I love those guys. Unapologetically American.
Unapologetic American. That's right. And so,
when you got,
it's a Breitbart T-shirt. I mean, I
when you got the USA, the most prominent person in the USA soccer team refusing to recognize the national anthem, when you've got Colin Kaepernick complaining about American flag shoes.
Yeah, we got all those stories as we go through.
I mean, is it any wonder that our pop figures are encouraging America to hate us?
Who the heck asked Colin Kaepernick?
Yeah.
And Nike?
And who is
I'll
Nike?
never wear Nike shoes again. I haven't worn them in years, but I'll never wear them again. I'll never buy them, even if they make something nice.
How is he even so relevant to Nike anymore?
Because he's their spokesperson.
Oh.
That's how he makes some money. Because he ain't making no money in the NFL no more.
I'm surprised he's making money for Nike.
Yeah, well, Nike loves him because they're leftists as all get out. Trump's leaner White House has saved taxpayers $20 million already, just in the last.
Just in his White House budget.
Yeah, because he's not. He doesn't have to have an assistant to the assistant to the assistant to the assistant. Anyway, we'll talk about that just in passing as we go. The Democrats continue to support illegals over Americans. Is that a winning strategy in 2020? I mean, think about that. I don't know. I don't care how many illegals you pack into this country. If you can't get some Americans to vote for you, you're going to lose.
It would be so nice if they could love us as half as much as they love illegal immigrants.
They just, we got to take care of the illegals because they're the bestest and finest. Used to be the homeless. Now the homeless have dropped down a notch. They're the second best of all of us. And now it's the illegal aliens. Illegal aliens number one, homeless number two.
Well, they've done what they can for the homeless now. I mean, the homeless now are able to camp out on the sidewalk in front of your house.
Texas. Yeah,
exactly. So, they're taken care of now. Let's move on to another.
Not in front of City Hall, though, because the politicians don't want to see them in Austin at the City Hall. It's fine. You can go anywhere else you want to and camp out in Austin, but not in front of the City Hall. We don't need that.
That's okay. I've got some feelers out there for where all the city councilmen live, and I've got some friends who want to go on a camping trip. So
why not? Why not? Just say you're illegal or homeless and just go out there, defecate in their yard. I mean, why not? Yeah. That's what that's what the homeless are going to do. If they want to make Austin, San Francisco, let's get it done. If that's what you want, stupid Travis County. I mean, God bless.
I can even. The way my stomach has been, I can even help paint their house.
All right, moving on. Illegal serial killer in Texas, the guy that killed all the elderly women up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area?
Yes.
He may have killed 6 more. They're linking him in. This guy is bad news. And, again, he's here illegally.
It's just a bunch of old people, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably Antifa.
Well, he's, like you say, he's illegal. I think, what is he, from Kenya or something like that?
Yeah, he's from Kenya.
Yeah, but, I mean, this guy is going to it appears at this point, Henry Lee Lucas lied about a lot of the killings that they charged him with. This guy looks like he's legit. And that's, terrible stuff. But again, he's illegal, shouldn't have been here to begin with, and here we go. All right.
So maybe since he's illegal, obviously he can't do any wrong.
Well, he's in jail,
can we just
he can't vote Democrat right now.
Can we just call it early, late-term life abortion?
That's late. Yes. But yeah. Wow. That's crazy. An American flamingo has been living on the lam for 14 years after escaping the Sedgwick County Zoo in Wichita, Kansas, and has recently been spotted in Texas. Texas Parks and Wildlife shared a photo of the flamingo wading in a bay in Texas last month. This isn't the first time the pink escapee has been spotted in Lone Star. Nobody's caught this flamingo. It's named 492, and it breaks out and runs away. And flamingos aren't native to Texas or anywhere else other than South Florida. But 492 loves Texas.
Need to sell your house? Most agents will put a sign in the ground, post it, and pray. My name is Ryan Smith of the Ryan Smith Home Selling Team and Keller Williams Realty. My business is based on getting top dollar for my clients. I believe in that so much that I will put my money where my mouth is. I will guarantee to sell your house in 90 days or less, or I'll sell it for free. I've developed an exclusive marketing system proven to get you up to 18% more money. If you want to know how I do it, I'll send you a copy of my marketing plan for free. 254-213-5335. Using my system, I recently sold a house for David and Janice in Temple's Bentwood subdivision for more than they even thought their house was worth. My system gets full price offers, multiple offers, and bidding wars. That means you make the most money. Don't take chances with your equity. No obligation. There's no commitments. You're not happy? I'll let you out of the program. There's literally no reason not to call us. 254-213-5335. That's 254-213-5335. We are the Ryan Smith Home Selling Team. Call us today and start packing tomorrow.
Social Security Disability Attorney Ed Laughlin.
Are you disabled and unable to work? Have you been denied your Social Security disability benefits? Well, tell the federal government that you mean business. Call me toll-free at 1-800-492-2589 to schedule an immediate appointment with me in Killeen, Temple, or Waco. I'll appeal your denial and work hard to get you the benefits that you deserve. That's 1-800-492-2589. The phone call is free, and so is the appointment. You'll feel a lot better.
If you're an advertiser, think about this.
Your prospects are bombarded with messages. Some, like TV commercials, can be fun. Some, like pop-ups and spam, are annoying.
And in a crowded media environment, it's important that you stand out.
That's why we seek out great sponsors with products and services that make your life better.
We feature your message in a radio show that's upfront, never background, and we talk about you on air.
It's all about branding and keeping your product top of mind.
So call or email us today.
Be part of the Logic Nation radio family.
I was visiting my 75-year-old aunt the other day when her phone rang.
Hello? It's you again.
She seemed
right?
nervous.
Well, I don't think I need any more life insurance.
The caller was doing a great job keeping my aunt on the line.
Okay, so you need my credit card number?
My aunt went to get her purse, so I decided that I would ask a few questions. Well, as soon as I introduced myself, the caller hung up.
Gruff the Crime Dog here. Recognizing the signs of fraud can be difficult for older people. Often they're very trusting and consider it impolite to hang up. The National Crime Prevention Council wants to educate seniors so that these scams can be reported to local law enforcement agencies.
Financial fraud can include identity theft, fake check and wire transfer scams, investment and credit card fraud, and online charitable solicitations. Unfortunately, only 1 in 5 of these crimes are reported. To learn more, go to www.ncpc.org. That's ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council and the U.S. Department of Justice.
Welcome back into Logic Nation. David CJ with you this morning on your Tuesday, the 2nd of July. One other kind of, this is not a nice story, but it is kind of it's not a big political story, but a Wichita Falls, Texas Walmart had to ban a woman. This woman apparently entered the bakery section of the store, picked up one of the cakes, then walked around the store's aisles while she was buying other things and ate half the cake. And then when she got to the checkout counter, she demanded that she be given half off the price of the cake because she was only buying half a cake. even though she'd consumed the other half while she was walking around the Walmart there in Wichita Falls.
You know, it's funny. She did that seriously. I always make a joke because when I go to Walmart, I'll grab a soda and kind of drink it while I'm shopping.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I go to check out, I hand them either a half empty or full empty bottle. And I'm like, hey, can I get a discount since I drank all this? And
so you're guilty of this as well.
I'm guilty, but I do it as a joke.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm guilty.
I mean, Wichita Falls police had to respond to her call.
Oh my gosh.
About this. She was drinking. She was drinking around, eating cake, and apparently drinking wine in the parking lot.
Oh, there's the problem.
Driving around in an electric cart that belonged to Walmart. She had one of those. Toot, 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 toot. Officers found the wine drinker at the restaurant next door and informed her that she's been banned from her local Walmart. Unbelievable.
You've really got to screw up to get banned from Walmart.
Yeah, I mean, really. Now, shoplifters will get caught. I mean, I've several Walmarts. I mean, we've got Walmarts all over the place up where I live, and I've seen shoplifters get hauled off in cuffs many times, because they purple walk them out the door. But
I mean, have you ever seen People of Walmart website? Yeah, you've really got to try to get kicked out of Walmart.
No, truly, yes, I have seen the People of Walmart website, and of course now they don't take pictures, and the People of Walmart, it's sad because there are some very nice people that go to Walmart and shop, and some very nice looking people that go to Walmart and shop. And things like that, but they never show them on the People of Walmart. It's always.
Oh, I go to Walmart.
I do
quite
too.
Often.
I mean, it's part of my gig. All right, moving to some real stuff this morning, and I'd love to hear what y'all think of this. 866-895-6442. 3 people arrested Saturday in connection with the violent Antifa protest that erupted in Portland, Oregon. And it resulted in the hospitalization of a journalist and editor from Quillette. It's Andy Nago. Now, Andy is a conservative writer, and they physically attacked Nago, who was worried that something like that could occur.
No, it's just no. I know it's spelled NGO.
Is it no?
It's just no.
It's
yeah.
not. Okay. Well,
Andy, no.
Yeah, I've heard 2 or 3 different talk show hosts. And nobody has the same pronunciation.
Yeah, it's just no.
No. All right. He said, I'm nervous about tomorrow's Portland Antifa rally. He tweeted that on Friday. They're promising physical confrontation and have singled me out to be assaulted. He went on Tucker Carlson last year to explain why I think they're doing this. They're seeking meaning through violence. And, he got exactly what he thought. Attackers tore his earlobe. He has face and neck injuries. He did get released from the hospital last night, but here's the big tough folks from Antifa who got him: Gene Halupski, 23; James Stocks, 21; Maria Dehart, 23. And then milkshakes were also thrown by protesters.
And those are just some of the ones they've caught so far.
They caught. So far, yeah.
I've been following the Portland Police Bureau Twitter, and they keep.
That's the first 3.
Yeah, and they've got 9 so far now.
Now, and also they're saying that the milkshakes that were thrown, because it doesn't seem like they throw milkshakes, that's very safe and nobody. No, they had quick drying cement inside the milkshakes to cause more damage. I'm tired of this.
Well, supposedly they've also got they've been putting acid now. They were caught trying to put acid inside these things as well, and I'm telling you, what's got to happen in Portland, and you know what's even worse, the mayor of Portland.
Yeah, I was about to get to that, but
go ahead.
Go ahead, you go.
No, this guy's out there talking about what a shining beacon of free speech Portland is, and how great their relationship with the public is, and how their police officers are unbiased in the way that they enforce the law. Okay. They were in front of, when this guy was beat, literally you could spit on the Justice Center where this happened.
Yeah.
The police department was less than a block away from where this happened.
But the Portland mayor, who's also police commissioner, it says here, Ted Wheeler's his name, He has a hands-off policy.
Yeah.
So they just let Antifa just beat the heck out of a conservative in front of the police station, basically, and nobody raised a hand. This is crap. This is wrong, and there's nobody. I mean, you want to call in and justify this? Please do. Show me where I'm wrong on this one and where CJ's wrong on this one. I would love, because this is just absolute absurdity, and we're all. I tell you what, you look, you say, oh, that happened in Oregon. Okay, well, San Francisco and Los Angeles are doing the same thing that Austin's now doing. So what do you think's coming to Texas? Hello, wake up.
And Antifa comes to Austin and Dallas. I've stood face to face with these tools, and I've even tried to hand them my card with my phone number on it. Like, look, guys, you want to fight? I'll give you a fight. Here's my card. Call me. We'll meet wherever you want to meet. Mutual combat. Let's do it. You bring your army, I'll bring my army.
Sure.
But it's funny because in Texas, they're very contained in a little bubble. Why? Because they're surrounded by armed Texans that won't let them get out of line.
Well, I mean, it's just, even if you're not armed, but these 20-year-olds, and most of them are just skinny as nothing. And, even if you're not even packing, if you fight back, I mean, you showed me video of the guy there in Portland who, there was an older man who fought back against them. And he swung at a couple of them and hit one of them, and they immediately backed off from him.
Yeah.
Because they don't, they're supposed to be the ones that get to attack and do harm.
If you show strength, they will back off.
No, they're a bunch of punks, but they are the new KKK, as far as I'm concerned. You can try to say, oh, no, they're not that, because, no, they don't hate people because of their skin color. They hate us because we're conservative. But they are the strong arm right now of the left-wing Democratic Party, the Socialist Democratic Party. And I don't care. If you don't believe that, instead of wearing white hoods, they wear black hoods. And that's the difference.
And that I was just about to make that very same point, is the only thing that's different between the KKK and Antifa is the color of their masks. That's it.
True. They are cowards. They are punks for the most part. And they have no business. But the politicians in this country protect them like they do illegal aliens. Mm-hmm. They are blessed. CNN loves Antifa. Brian Stelter makes freaking excuses for these people.
Well, the entire Democrat Party does when Antifa, because even when you go to, for example, a pro-choice rally or some leftist minimum wage rally, there's always, and even at our rallies, there will always be a couple of Antifa people that show up. And you know what the difference is between Antifa showing up at a conservative rally and a conservative showing up at an Antifa rally? They get made fun of, but they don't get beaten with bike locks and crowbars.
Yeah.
Although maybe that's what we just should start doing. And then less people will want to join Antifa.
I don't want that. I really don't. But on the other hand, I'm tired of people. This guy is a gay journalist, all right? And he's conservative. And you would think this would be all over the news. It's been Saturday since this happened. And we didn't touch on it yesterday very much, if any, because we had all sorts of other things to talk about. But I'm ticked. I think this is about as wrong as it gets.
This is attempted murder. They hit a guy in the head, and the mayor split his head open with a crowbar.
And the mayor of Portland doesn't care.
Yeah.
He loves them. I don't get it. I mean, of course he's a Democrat, so that's one reason I don't get it. But there have been at least 15 documented incidents of Antifa or Antifa, whatever you want to call them, and they're misnamed. Antifa is supposed to be anti-fascist. They're the damn fascists, if you really want to get to it. Because if you don't agree with them and the Democratic Party and the liberal socialist idiots, then they're going to beat up you. And they'll do it because they only do it, though, when they've got more people there than you do. Because they're cowards. And it's time to start calling these people out. We did it in the 40s and the 50s with the KKK, and it's time again to stand up against these fascists.
At Logic Nation, our power is in our callers. In fact, Pat's on the phone. Pat, Welcome to Logic Nation. What's on your mind today?
I get that you're the Logic Nation, but what about love, peace, and harmony, man? Why don't you ever talk about these issues?
We try to keep our listeners informed about local issues that matter to them, both locally here in the great state of Texas and in our nation.
You talk an awful lot about freedom and constitutional rights, but what about my right to express my emotions like love, peace, and harmony? What about my right to not be offended by what you're saying?
Well, Pat, you've gotten off the logic train, and now you're boarding the Emotional Express. That's a high-speed rail to nowhere. Here at Logic Nation, irrational emotional instability has no place in logical discussion.
But I need constant reassurance that my emotional stability will be coddled and my opinions force-fed to me.
Listen to Logic Nation Monday through Friday from 8 to 11 a.m., right before Rush, right here on KTEM, where logic is never derailed by emotion.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, please, have a seat. So here's the thing. When this company brought you on, we took a chance on you. You didn't have that 4-year college degree we typically look for.
Right.
But we gave you a shot anyway. And since then, you've worked incredibly hard and given it your all.
Thanks.
You've been an important asset to the team, but I don't think you can be an intern here anymore. We want to hire you.
You're serious?
Absolutely.
Find your next great employee. Introduce yourself to the Grads of Life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
I won't let you down.
I know.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
For almost 2 centuries, Americans have enjoyed the valuable privileges of freedom. Now, freedom needs each American to dedicate himself to its preservation. We must not allow our liberties to be endangered by neglect of our duties as citizens. During this year of rededication, join with your fellow Americans in reaffirming the principles on which this country is founded and the safeguarding of those principles. Make it your business to see that federal, state, and local governments are conducted honestly. Help to maintain the good morale of your sons and daughters in the armed forces. Learn the facts about all candidates and issues. Then vote for the one you believe in. Make the most of every minute on your job. Produce as much as you can, and thus increase our military and economic strength. Work for better schools and a better community. Guard your American heritage of freedom. It needs you.
Olivia from Washington. Laid off and trying to keep our little kids from realizing that mommy and daddy haven't eaten in a while.
Roger from California. I'm grateful we could afford our son's surgery. I'm nervous that now we can't really afford food.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Donna from Louisiana. The storm just hit, and we went from donating to the food bank to needing it.
Keisha from South Carolina. I've been skipping meals so my 2 kids can eat, but filling up on water doesn't really work.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Welcome back into Logic Nation. Yeah, Antifa needs to be called out. I mean, it's ridiculous the way things are going, because as conservatives, we have the capability and in most cases the will to fight, but we try not to. We try to not get into violence. We have a higher moral standard, I think. I mean, we don't want to get into it with people. But if they're going to keep on poking the bear sooner or later, and that's what's going to be bad. Sooner or later, somebody from Antifa is going to hit somebody that has the capability of hitting back, and they're going to beat one of these little punks down, and that's going to be the big story in the major media. Oh, this young protester had the hell beat out of him by a 50-year-old man. Well, tough luck.
But you know what? The thing is, when they do target people who will fight back, the people do fight back, and then the media, remember what happened in New York?
Mm-hmm.
Then the media goes after the Proud Boys because the Proud Boys are willing to fight back.
Sure.
And so when the Proud Boys actually do fight back, the media goes and attacks and denounces the Proud Boys as a violent extremist right-wing organization.
Well, you said Eric Swalwell had tweeted something about this Portland thing just a minute ago. You told me during the break.
Eric Swalwell just tweeted 7 or 8 minutes ago that, here it is, I don't agree much with what Mr. Andino said or ever says, but that's not the point. He should not be harmed for his views, and his attackers should be prosecuted. And instead of denigrating Antifa, he never once calls out Antifa.
Never mentions Antifa.
But then he says, and Congress should pass my Journalist Protection Act, which makes it a federal crime to assault or batter. What makes journalists so important?
They're not a bit special. I'm sorry. I'm not special. You're not special. We're not journalists, but we're opinion people. But the talking heads on television, they're not special. The little reporters and reporterettes out there, they're not special either. They're people that make money doing what they do. I understand that the news, the press is mentioned in the First Amendment or the first part of the Constitution.
Yeah, the First Amendment.
Yeah, but you're not special.
No.
You don't get, and if you're spreading lies, and you're getting in people's faces, because if we passed Eric Swalwell's deal, what would be the first thing that would happen? Jim Acosta would get in somebody's face and beg them to punch him.
I don't like any of these laws that make special classes of citizens. And I fought against this in the legislature because they try to make it an enhanced sentence if you target. It's already an enhanced sentence if you target a judge or a politician.
Hate crimes.
And then hate crimes.
Last
session, not this session, but the session before last, we made it a quote-unquote hate crime to target a police officer. How many government entities... So what the legislature and what Swalwell is saying and the Democrats want to say is that a journalist's life, a cop's life, a politician's life, if someone attacks you, David, that's not as important as if someone attacks someone with a camera.
Okay,
a police officer or a politician.
Can never have a hate crime performed on us.
Right.
Because we are white, heterosexual males with white privilege, and those laws don't count on us. If somebody is of a different pigmentation, if somebody's of a different sexuality, if they are female, they can have hate crimes performed on them, and then they can enhance the sentence for somebody.
Right.
But not you and me, which is absolutely prejudice, if you really want to get down to it. There's no reason to have hate crimes. But dadgummit, Rick Perry signed the hate crime bill, and I've been mad at him since then.
Well, and then Abbott signed the hate crime bill against cops last session.
I know.
And my thought is this: if your mother, anybody listening, if you support this kind of stuff, if your mother is attacked, wouldn't you want the police to treat that with as much, and the judicial system to treat that with as much severity as if some journalist or some police officer or some politician? Yeah. I mean, isn't your mother just as important to you as somebody wearing a badge or carrying a camera?
A lot more.
I would say a
lot more.
So why is their life more important than your mother's life, your sister's life, your daughter's life,
and passing
your
laws
wife's life?
That say a certain class of people are better or they deserve more protection? Well,
how about we just make assault a very serious crime?
It already is. It's on the books.
Make it more serious. If we're gonna increase penalties for some people, why don't we just increase those penalties for everyone? Just make it a worse crime.
I'm waiting for Dan Patrick to pass the talk show host protection law. Oh, right. I forget that because Dan Patrick was so happy, and he doesn't understand why everybody's mad about what happened in Austin this year. Because he's so happy. He and Dennis Bonnen and Greg Abbott are so happy. But anyway, I'm not going to go there again because I want to talk more about Antifa. CNN tried to play this down over the weekend. Brian Stelter on his stupid Saturday show, which is ridiculous, and I don't watch it. But here's a short list of their defense of Antifa. This is from John Nolte on Breitbart. Antifa fights for a good cause, CNN said. Yeah, the Democratic Party and all their weirdo crap. Antifa fight is right. No, it's not. It's very left. Very, very, very left. And it's not correct at all, but that's what he's trying to say. Antifa punches are more equally moral than others. I'd like to equally moral punch Brian Stelter at this point, while I'm reading this stuff. Antifa is on the side of right. And no, they're not. They are, like I say, they're the modern-day KKK. Antifa is right because sometimes you can't fight by praising them or being nice to them. You have to fight fire with fire. Antifa is heroic as American soldiers who stormed the beaches on D-Day. Antifa harassing Ted Cruz and his wife out of a restaurant? Well, that's what he signed up for. And criticizing Antifa is racist, even though Antifa is made up of mostly rich little white kids.
Ladies and gentlemen, spring has sprung, and it's time for spring cleaning, and your headquarters for that is Smith Supply, located at 5202 Midway Drive in Temple, Texas. They have everything to clean anything, residential or commercial. From inside your house to outside at your pool, Smith Supply can run a complete computerized water analysis for free. Then the experts at Smith Supply can recommend the chemicals that will get your pool looking great for your family and your friends this spring and summer. They can also keep your pool in outstanding condition all season long. Plus, they sell pool equipment. With everything to clean anything, Smith Supply can help your inside cleaning as well. Don't forget, they deliver within 150 miles of Temple and can ship anywhere in Texas. So, get your house and pool in spring cleaning shape and save money on high-quality products. SmithSupply.com or call 254-773-3592. That's 254-773-3592 or online at smithsupply.com. Since 1961, Smith Supply.
Divorce attorney Ed Laughlin. Is your marriage on the rocks? Have you been wanting to get a divorce but just haven't found an attorney that you can afford? Well, your search for an affordable attorney is finally over. I'm attorney Ed Laughlin, and I've been helping Texans get fast, inexpensive, hassle-free divorces for 25 years. I offer reasonable fees and always allow my clients to pay out their fees in payments that they can afford. Call me today at 773-8399 or toll-free 1-800-492-2589 to schedule a free confidential appointment to get started. The first visit is always free.
What are you waiting for? Call Ed Laughlin today at 1-800-492-2589 or visit Ed's website at edlaughlin.com. That's 1-800-492-2589 or online at edlaughlin.com. That's 1-800-492-2589. Let Ed help you with all your legal needs. You'll feel a whole lot better. See Ed's ad in Names and Numbers.
Mike Moolah here to tell you to wrap your head around success and talk straight. Cliches don't solve problems. It's a win-win situation when you hire me to speak to your business. I will cause a paradigm shift in your profitability by showing you visionary ways to circle back and think outside the box. The Moolah Plan is where the rubber meets the road as we ballpark success as a team and go back and sharpen our pencils to right-size your business plan. I'll show you how to manage the optics of changing through creative destruction and downsizing while making customer service our number one priority. Our employees are of utmost importance, so let's square the circle and at the end of the day, take the lipstick off the pig and strategize the perfect storm. Mike Moolah's Moolah Plan, an agent of change. So don't leave any money on the table. Hire me to speak to your business today. Remember, hope is not a strategy.
I'll play it day by day.
866-895-6442. Number to call, Logic Nation. I'm David Hodges along with C.J. Grisham from the Ed Laughlin Attorney at Law Studio. 77 degrees outside in beautiful Temple, Texas this morning. There's a reason that the Antifa folks cover their face. And like I say, they are the modern day Ku Klux Klan. It's not that they don't care if you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. If you're conservative, if they've got numbers, they want to jump on you.
They love minorities and gays and all these kinds of people until they're conservative.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they beat the conservative gay journalist.
Yeah.
And people are acting, well, it was because he's a journalist. No, it's not because he's a journalist. It was because he doesn't agree with Antifa.
It's because he was conservative, yeah.
Yeah, it's all about conservatism. And I'll tell you what, President Trump said that Iran is playing with fire right now. Well, Antifa and the Democratic Party may be playing with fire.
Oh, they are. There's no may about it.
It's going to come a day that somebody's going to stand up. Now, the media will downplay it because this didn't happen. And this thing in Portland did not happen, according to the mainstream media. Even Fox barely covered it.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. I'm getting so sick of Fox.
I think they're starting to. I think the media now. It took them a few days, but I think the media now are starting to wake up because people like Hannity and Tucker Carlson have been bringing this thing up, and now everybody's starting to. You got Ted Cruz weighing in on this.
He does, in fact.
Eric Swalwell just weighed in on this.
Yeah, but of course, Eric Swalwell didn't say anything about Antifa in that.
Exactly.
Ted Cruz has called on both the FBI and the Department of Justice to investigate Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler. To law enforcement, find and prosecute these violent felons, Cruz tweeted. To federal law enforcement, investigate and bring legal action against a mayor who has, for political reasons, ordered his police officers to let citizens be attacked by domestic terrorists.
Yeah.
And that's what they are. They're domestic terrorists, and that's what the Ku Klux Klan was, too, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't, you can look it up if you don't believe me. But they were domestic terrorists, and they had their goals, and Antifa has their goals. They hate conservatives.
I don't understand. This is kind of what drives me nuts in this country right now. You've got literally people on motorcycles who get stopped for simply riding a motorcycle and searched because they might be a part of a gang.
Yep.
And yet Antifa goes around actually hurting people, actually threatening people. With masks on. Obviously part of a gang, this black bloc. And one of the reasons they all wear black and masks is so they can easily blend in. They can run their attack, run off, and easily blend in. And it's very hard for them to be identified. So, that drives me nuts because here you've got Antifa that's essentially protected by the system, the leftist system, while you've got motorcyclists who, if you ride a Harley, you're being profiled.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's some. I'm not going to go back to the Twin Peaks thing in Waco, where 9 people died and nobody paid any price.
Right.
Nobody. Not on the police side, not on the motorcycle gang side, nobody, because we changed district attorneys, and he just let them all go.
Yeah.
Just let everybody go. 9 dead, nobody answered for it. That's justice in America today.
Not only did no one answer for it, but a lot of people ended up going broke trying to defend themselves.
Yeah, and some of them were totally innocent. I understand that. But there are some people that need to pay, and they didn't pay nothing. They just got off scot-free. So, but like I say, these Antifa people, they cover their face partly to conceal, according to Thomas D. Williams. He's a PhD, and he wrote this article. He says that Antifa bullies cover their faces partly to conceal the mostly white constituency of their organization,
yep,
which has its roots in the far left of the English punk scene in the 80s, according to him. He says, but when members of Antifa are arrested, the masks come off, and as recent mugshots of the Portland Antifa members show, these people are about as diverse as the Washington Generals. That's the white team that plays the Harlem Globetrotters,
yes,
if you're not familiar with it. But, and he's right. They're little bitty, privileged white guys, most of them, and white women. I mean, there's a gal got at least one woman got arrested in this Portland thing.
And what's great is, so you've got these Antifa women who will come up and punch you and hit you and push you and attack you, and the minute you fight back, Antifa's like, "Oh, you just punched a woman! How dare you punch a woman?" Sorry, but you want to punch like a man, you get punched like a man, Antifa.
Yep. When cowards wear masks to engage in violence, we must remove the mask to see who we are actually dealing with, not the fairy tale of diversity version. And that's true. I mean, this guy's a good writer. Don't believe the progressive narrative. Antifa is mostly a bunch of privileged white people.
Yep.
Little college-age white people, both men and young women. But they hate the Ku Klux Klan, but they act just like them toward conservatives.
Rich is just a really good guy. The term good egg isn't enough to describe him. He's also certified organic and free range. Rich puts the cap back on everything. The toothpaste, the olive oil, the shampoo, everything. He lets his 10-year-old nephew beat him at virtual tennis, even though he can straight up slay his 10-year-old nephew in virtual tennis. When the toilet paper is running low, Rich replaces the roll on the actual holder, not just on the back of the toilet. Rich is texting and driving. Rich, no. What are you doing, Rich? I was just telling everyone how great you are. Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Excuse me, I know you have a 9 o'clock, so I'll keep this short. I'm the business suit in the back of your closet. You wore me nearly every day before your office went, quote, casual. I used to be the CEO of your closet. Now I'm just that one intern no one ever talks to. I always thought you'd circle back with me, get granular, keep me in the pipeline. But nada, nothing. Don't you remember the McKittrick presentation? You spilled coffee on me, and I still looked amazing during the breakout talkback Q&A. So, I think it's time for me to move on. I've got a great resume, and I absolutely crush it in interviews, okay? Let's make this a clean break. Shift the paradigm. The only thing I ask is that you think outside the box here and do this. Take me to Goodwill, where I can really make a difference.
Your donations to Goodwill create new jobs, training programs, and education assistance for people in your community. To find your nearest donation center, go to goodwill.org. Donate stuff. Create jobs. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her.
Oh, sweetie. This is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Keep a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org, a public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Back on Logic Nation. David C.J. closing out the first hour, but the FBI now is investigating anti-fascist activists for an alleged plot to buy guns from a Mexican cartel in order to stage an armed rebellion at the southern border.
I'll tell you,
these people are not nice.
This might sound a bit extremist, but the best thing that can happen to this country is Antifa getting guns, because then we can shoot back.
Might be true. It might be true. All right, enough about Antifa, I guess. If you want to talk about it, 866-895-6442. But I'm telling you, we all need to, if you don't realize what's going on under our noses here, then you're missing something, because we all denounce white supremacists, and we all denounce the KKK, and that I do. I don't like the KKK. I don't like white supremacists. But on the other hand, what are these people? They're liberal supremacists, if you really want to get down to it. Because if you don't agree with them, and they can get 3 or 4 of them on one of you, that they're going to try. I guarantee it at a protest. I mean, it's going to happen, and one of these days, bad things are going to come from this. It already has. I mean, bad things have come in Portland, and they've happened before already, but one of these days, a conservative is going to hit back, and then the news media will go nuts. And that's what they want.
Well, and that's what they did. Like I said, once again in New York, Antifa attacked they threw some things at some Proud Boys up in New York. So Proud Boys just fought back. I mean, beat these guys down. Mm-hmm. And, of course, guess who got in trouble? The
Proud Boys.
The police were sent out bolos and pictures of the Proud Boys.
But not the guys in the masks.
But not the guys in the masks and tracking them down.
Yeah, it's like...
Anyway.
All right. After initially being turned down by the city, Boston's first ever straight pride parade has been granted an official date. August the 31st. We're going to have Straight Pride Day on August the 31st in Boston. Now, Boston has always had a gay pride. They've always had a gay pride parade, or at least in the last 20 years. But this group, the Super Happy Fun America is the name of them, announced the development at a press conference in front of City Hall yesterday, where they said the city informed them they will receive their license to hold a parade at the end of August. So we now have Straight Pride. And maybe we could fly, what, the American and Texas flag?
There you go.
And,
There's
we
the
wouldn't
flag.
have to have a rainbow. And, because why shouldn't we be proud, too? If you're straight, why should you feel bad about being straight?
You know what I want to see? All of these companies that change their logos to a rainbow flag during Gay Pride Month.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many of them are actually going to change their logos to an American flag on the 4th of July.
Yeah, I'd like to know what Budweiser's going to do. Budweiser made those special rainbow cans.
Right.
That was, I don't know what they do. Really, does that many gay people drink Budweiser? I'm just asking. I don't know. I don't think so, but I mean, maybe they do. Minnesota City is reconsidering its decision to no longer say the Pledge of Allegiance at the start of the city council meetings after facing a major backlash. St. Louis Park City Council in Minnesota, the Muslim state of Minnesota, unanimously voted June 17th to amend the procedure rules so that the pledge would no longer be said because they want to serve a more diverse community. If you live in the United States, you should pledge allegiance to America. And if you don't pledge allegiance to America, then you're not really an American, are you? No, you're Somali.
Something
or
else. Yep.
Whatever. And so anyway, they're re-looking at this, and it'll probably be changed. And I say, good. Corey Coco Gauff made a big splash at Wimbledon 2019. The 15-year-old, this is a 15-year-old girl, youngest woman ever to qualify for Wimbledon, beat 5-time Wimbledon champ and her idol, Venus Williams, in the very first round of the tournament yesterday.
Awesome. Wow.
Good for her. I mean, wow, 15 years old. She says, I've never cried after a match after winning, but I'm living my dream right now. Not many people get to say that. Well, yeah. If you idolize Venus and you beat her in the first round
that's gotta be
at 15
hard.
years old, that was tough. That was tough. It had to be tough for Venus. It's like, wow. Let's see here. U.S. soccer star Megan Rapinoe accepts Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's Capitol Hill invite. Now, again, the women haven't won anything yet at the World Cup. They still have to win out to win the World Cup. And Alexandria Cortez says, it may not be the White House, but I'd be happy to welcome you.
She's an idiot.
She's such an attention hog. And so is Megan Rapinoe, actually. And
and they accepted her invitation, by the way.
Oh, yeah. No, they're all excited to go see AOC. They just want to see Trump. Whatever. And we lost a weird development. 27-year-old pitcher from the Los Angeles Angels died in a North Texas hotel room. He's only 27 years old. That was on Monday. They canceled the game from last night with the Angels and the Rangers because Tyler Skaggs just passed away. They have not told us how that happened. Back after the news.
Unexpected reactions to smart financial decisions brought to you by feedthepig.org.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k.
So you're giving up, just like that.
Giving up on what?
On getting an inheritance from a distant relative.
Don't you think if there were a billionaire in the family, we'd know about it by now?
Listen to me. We are one phone call away from riding horses on our own private polo grounds. One call from christening yachts, having a butler, using summer as a verb.
How do you figure?
Look, everyone's got a rich uncle somewhere. It's statistics. So the best thing you can do is just prepare for the inevitable.
Right, which is why I thought maybe it would be smart to take control of my finances. You know, start using a budget, get out of debt, set some retirement goals.
Budgets? Debt? You watch your mouth. Retirement shouldn't be a goal for us. It should be a way of life.
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
So you see, son, good manners are very, very important. Someday, many years from now, when you're a grown-up, you'll be a man. And when you are, you should be a gentleman. Do you want me to go through it one more time?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, and excuse me. Sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If a door's shut, then knock first. Don't burp, don't swear, don't speak with your mouth full, don't reach across people's plates, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
And don't interrupt. While we're at it, don't stare, don't use foul language, don't call people names, but do remember people's names. Always share your toys, play nice, and cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give up your seat to anyone who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you'd like to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
And stop picking your nose.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives and the Ad Council.